Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I'm an elementary music teacher in East Tennessee. Today, I'm going to show you just a few of the Thanksgiving lessons or Thanksgiving themed things that I'm doing in my classroom this week. Just to give you a little update, right now my school is 100% face-to-face. We have been since mid-September, I guess. Right now, the middle and high schools have gone back to hybrid because of our numbers, but pre-K through 5th is still 100% face-to-face. So everything I'm doing, I'm obviously adapting to social distance and, things like that as much as possible. Also, I'm filming at home today. You can see I'm in my studio. I'm not at school. And my daughter is in the other room eating lunch now, my 1-year-old. So if you can hear her squealing or anything like that, I apologize. There she is. She's eating lunch and that's her favorite time of day. Can you blame her? The first thing I want to show you is just a few of the books that I'm using. These are mostly with like pre-K through 1st or pre-K through 2nd. My pre-Kers have really been loving the books. Sometimes I will show a story, like a picture book from YouTube. But these books, most of them I already had, and then some I ordered new this year. So this one is 1 Little, 2 Little, 3 Little Pilgrims. And it's just a super cute little book. So it obviously goes through the song, and it goes through with the Pilgrims and then the Native American tribe. And it actually says the name of the tribe, which I think is really cool. And then it does, instead of little, it says 1 big, 2 big, 3 big turkeys, which I think is really cute. So it really does show, the story of the first Thanksgiving and how it kind of went along. The illustrations are great. They're super colorful and there's a lot for the kids to see. So I am obviously teaching the song with this one. I am, for my little ones, instead of saying the name of the tribe, which I believe, let me make sure I'm saying it right because I don't want to butcher it. Yes, the name of the tribe is the Wampanoag. So with my littles, like pre-KK, I am, instead of saying the name of the tribe because they were struggling with it, I'm just saying Native Americans. And I know that it doesn't fit with the rhythm exactly, but that doesn't matter to me. Another reason why some of the books like this, I'm sorry, there's a glare from the light. Some of the books like this with the songs, I like to buy instead of watching or listening to someone read it on YouTube, because if we do anything with the song, I like to be able to pause and sing with it or teach them a rhythm, or, things like that. So this one is a really, really cute book. I'll make sure to, everything that I can, I will link in the description box below. I got the ones that I ordered this year, I mostly got from Amazon. So I should be able to find most of these, but this one is a really, really cute one and I'm really loving it. The next book is one I discovered brand new this year, thanks to David Rao. If you guys don't follow David Rao at Make Moments Matter, you should. He has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to lessons. And I watched one of his Musical Monday Facebook Lives and he was talking about this book. And so, of course, I ordered it. This one is Over the River and Through the Woods. It's the version by Emma Randall. The thing that drew me to this book immediately were the illustrations. I think David Rao was kind of talking about how they're kind of like kiddish, which they are, but they're just absolutely stunning. So that was one of the main reasons that I picked up this book. It was just because the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. So of course with this one I'm teaching them the first verse of the song. I'm not going all the way through all the verses because I'm doing this with the little kids. And this version of the book kind of jumps around. So it doesn't exactly go with the song, but it of course tells the story. So this one has been really popular. I've only gotten to do this with one class so far because my first rotation of lessons this past week was on Thursday, and we did it with that class, but yesterday on Friday, I ran out of time, so I didn't get to do this one. But I'm using this with pre-K, kindergarten, and 1st this week. And the class that I've done it with so far has loved it. I also got this one from Amazon, and it's hardback, so it was a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it. So, Over the River and Through the Wood, classic Thanksgiving song, and this book is a great one for it. So this next book, I've seen before. I've seen lots of music teachers do it. I have never actually done it before, but I was excited to do it this year. It's 10 Fat Turkeys. And this little song in this little book is so cute. Of course, the book doesn't go straight with the song, but it's a great thing to play off of. I bought this on Amazon for like $4, and I got really sad because the day that it came, it poured the rain at my house, and when I say poured, I mean it went all the way through the Amazon package and down to the book. So it's a little worse for the wear, but it's okay because you can still see everything just fine. What I love about this one is not only are we doing the 5 Fat Turkey song with this, which I know this is 10 and that one's 5, but that's okay. On each page, there's a little, it says, you know, gobble, gobble, wibble, wobble. So we're going to do a little body percussion with that, just to throw that in there so that each time they see that in the book, then they can do that. I'm doing this with, I haven't done this one yet because it's on my next rotation of lessons, but I think I have it for pre-K, kindergarten first, and second. So I'm going to do this with second as well. So yeah, a classic 10 Fat Turkeys. You can do the 5 Fat Turkey song, or you could adapt it to do 10. This one's great on Amazon for like $4. And my last book that I'm using, and again, this is probably a classic. I discovered it this year, but I love it and I'm already obsessed with it. It's become my new favorite book. And that's Run Turkey Run. So I'm doing this with pre-K, K, and first. So the premise of the book is that, you know, the turkey is trying to get away from the farmer so he doesn't become Thanksgiving dinner. So he hides in all the different animal pens or whatever. And then when the farmer tries to get him, it says, run, turkey, run. So for every time that the book says, run, turkey, run, we do a little bit of body percussion. So we do patting on our knees and we go, run, turkey, run, turkey, run. Hide from the farmer, run, run, run. So I wanted to make sure that they were kind of on it and listening out for those claps. So we go along and we read the book. I introduce it the first time it says run, turkey, run. I introduce that body percussion pattern. And so then we do it throughout the whole book. After we've read the book, then we play a little game. And I kind of just morphed this from a lot of different blogs and things that I read. I printed out a little turkey. This is Tom the turkey. My kindergartners named him Tom. So this is Tom the turkey. I just printed him out from Google, a picture. If you have a stuffed turkey or one of those turkey hats or anything, obviously you could use anything you want, but this has worked pretty well. So for this game, I pick one farmer. So I pick one friend and they come and stand up at the smartboard and they turn their back to the rest of the class. Then I choose one person to hide Tom Turkey. Usually they, you know, will put him like behind their back or something like that. They'll hide him. And then once Tom the turkey is hidden, then the farmer can turn around and their goal is to find the turkey. So what we do is the farmer starts walking through the class. You know, right now we're on sit spots, so there's plenty of room to walk through spaced. So the farmer will walk through and we do our body percussion and our chant as we go. And it's kind of like Marco Polo. So if the farmer is far away from whoever has the turkey, we're saying our chant and we're doing our body percussion very quietly. But as they get closer, we get louder because we are trying to get the turkey to run away, right? This has been a huge hit with kindergarten. We played my class yesterday on Friday. I think we played this game for like 20 minutes because they kept wanting to play and kept wanting turns, and it's just been a hit. So we'll probably end up doing this again next week, even though I have a few more things planned. But this Run Turkey Run game, it's great. And it gets them listening, gets them really paying attention. Plus they're working on the body percussion and the chant. So Run Turkey Run, and there's my Tom the turkey. Of course, you could print out one or use whatever you have, but this one is a great one. I also got this one on Amazon. It says it's $7.99. I think it was cheaper than that though. So those are some of the books that I'm using this year. So let me move on to some of the other activities that I'm doing. Right now, my first and second graders are working on learning about lines and spaces. Now we haven't really moved into the actual treble clef pitches yet, but they're working on the difference in lines and spaces and, you know, melodic direction, things like that. So this week, currently, they're learning about the actual, like the difference in the lines and the spaces and being able to identify those notes. So I made some little staff cards, and I didn't put the treble clef yet because, like I said, we're not really there yet. So what we're going to be doing with these, and I'll record this so you can actually see it, and I'll overlay it right here. What we're going to do with these is we're going to practice with our mini erasers. If you have followed me for any amount of time, you know that I have a ridiculous obsession with the Target mini erasers. So we're going to use our pumpkins this year to make, which Target, if you're listening, I need a turkey eraser because that's probably the only holiday I don't have. But we're going to use our pumpkin erasers, and what we're going to do is, like I will say, find the first line, and then they can grab their eraser and put it on the first line. And while we're doing that, I'll kind of be circulating, walking around, making sure that they're getting the right answer, and they're, my kids always have trouble, I'm not sure why, but they always have trouble counting from the bottom up on the treble clef. They always want to start at the top. Hopefully that's not just my kids. But so we'll use our erasers, and we'll say find the first line, pop it on there. Okay, now find the third space, and then they'll put an eraser there. So that's what we're going to use those turkey cards for, and eventually, and probably the next rotation of lessons, or even if we have time this coming week, we can do like the actual pitches. So I could say find the letter B and put your eraser on a B and stuff like that. Those staff cards are great for anything. We use them for all kinds of stuff. We can use them for direction, pitches, anything like that. If you're interested in those turkey staff cards, let me know. I can make them a freebie in my store. Just leave me a comment below, and I'll get those for you. So that's what my first and second grade is going to do. If I need an extra filler with my big kids, that's absolutely something they could do too. We could spell out words instead of just doing the lines and spaces. Something else that I'm doing with my first and second graders, since they're working on lines and spaces, I have a product from Sarah Bybee. And Sarah, I think that's how I say your name. If I say it wrong, I apologize. But she just put out this year a set of, there's two different ones. One is just for lines and spaces, and then one is the treble clef pitches. And it's an interactive game for the smartboard, and you have to decide if it's like a line or a space. And then the other one is what the actual pitch is, and it's Thanksgiving themed. So you're like setting the table with all the nice food and dishes and stuff like that, and it's really cute. I did just the lines and spaces version with first and second this week, and they loved it. So I think next week, maybe after we do our cards, our staff cards with the turkeys, maybe we'll do that interactive game. Or I might, split the class up and do half and half and then let them switch. So I don't actually have these printed out because the copies for them are at school, and I'm obviously filming from home today. But I'll make sure to insert a little preview here. So an activity that I'm going to do probably with my second, third, fourth, fifth, maybe. It just depends on who has time to do it. It's something that I do every year, and the kids love it. It's a product in my store called Thanksgiving Plate Rhythms. And the kids have a plate that I print out for them. And then there are cards that I have printed out and laminated. And I have a few sets that we can like share around the room. And each card has a Thanksgiving food on it, like turkey or mashed potatoes or ham or, green beans, whatever. So the kids have to pick their like 5 to 6 favorite Thanksgiving foods. And then they draw them on their plate. And after they draw them, they write in their the rhythm that matches them, the rhythm from the card. And then I hang them out in the hallway and make a really cute display. I have some toppers that can go on them. There's a pilgrim, boy and girl, and then I think there's a turkey one as well. But that's in my store, and I'll make sure to link it below. And I'm sorry I don't have a copy of it here. All of my copies of it are at school. Something else I'm going to do with my big kids, probably my 5th graders. I had this elaborate plan of this big unit that I wanted to teach for 5th grade. Going into Thanksgiving and then finishing up when we came back, because it was a pretty big unit. And I forgot that the 5th graders have a special thing that they do after Thanksgiving, and I totally forgot about that. It happens during our classes. So I'm going to have to push that unit back, which is not a big deal. So I decided I'm going to let them do some fun Thanksgiving stuff this week. So I have this activity from Lindsay Jervis, and again, I'll link this product below so you can check that out. Relay race, and she calls it a turkey trot, I think. So each of and I haven't cut these cards out, but they're just rhythms on little turkey cards, and each one is colored. So you split the class into teams, right? Like a blue team, a red team, green team, yellow team, or whatever. And then all those cards are color coded and they have all the same rhythms. So she also includes in that product a rhythm list so that you can just go through and like check off what rhythms you've read. So the kids are split into their teams in the back of the room. And if it's warm enough, we're going to do this outside because then they can space out even more. But the kids are split into teams, and then at the front of the room or front of wherever you're doing this activity, you have all of their cards laid out for their team. So like all of the blue cards are laid out to where they can see them. They're not like stacked up. They're like in a grid, And then all of the yellow cards and all the red cards and all the green cards. So one at a time, the kids are lined up one at a time. You read a rhythm, and then the first kid in line, whoever's turn it is, has to run to their stack of cards and find that rhythm for their team. the way I think that Lindsay said she did it on her blog, which I think is perfect, is the first team back with the correct answer, the correct rhythm, gets 2 points. If you make it back with the correct rhythm, then you still get a point. But if you make it back and you don't have the right rhythm, then you don't get any points. So my 5th graders, this group this year is all about competition. We've done a lot of games like this and they are here for it. So I think they're going to love this. So that's the turkey trot relay race from Lindsay Jervis. Something else I'm doing with pre-K and K and also 1st and 2nd is a Thanksgiving vocal exploration that I got from David Rao. It's funny because I planned to do this with my 1st and 2nd graders because it was kind of reviewing that idea of high and low and melodic direction. And I ended up doing it with pre-K and K and they loved it as well. So when I did it with pre-K and K, I got the scarves out and we did the scarves along with doing our voices up and down. I did it with 2nd grade because I thought, I'll just see if they kind of think this is too cool for school, because sometimes, you plan something, they're like, they don't go for it. My 2nd graders had more fun with the scarves than pre-K did. It was funny. So they already asked because, we just did a few. We did like 5 or 6 of the slides just to get that concept of, the high and low and melodic direction. And they asked if we could do it again next week. So it's kind of fun I think that's why I like 2nd grade so much, is because they're still kind of babies, but they're also like becoming independent enough to do things. And so my 2nd grade this year is a really good group, and I got a kick out of them doing those scarves. I just thought it was so funny. So yeah, guys, that's my plan for Thanksgiving. I'm doing some of these lessons just for one rotation, but some of them I'm kind of stretching across 2, especially for my little kids. We're kind of spending a full 2 weeks doing just fun Thanksgiving things. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this is something that you enjoyed, if you like these lesson videos, then let me know. I will, try to make some more of these. But make sure you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and also subscribe so you can see more videos coming up. If you have not followed me over on Instagram, make sure to do that. That's where I'm the most active and I post the most things. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.